Dear audience, it is exactly this month, 10 years ago, that the first BAQ conference was held here in Hong Kong. And like that time, we thank Hong Kong for hosting and organizing a comprehensive and very well-designed event, with a special appreciation to the co-organizers, the Hong Kong Environmental Protection Department and the Hong Kong Polytechnic University. My organization, the World Bank, has participated actively in all 7 BAQ conferences that have been organized so far, and we've learned that it has become an important forum in bringing forward creative political, technical, and also financial solutions to air quality management challenges in the region, something we also hope and expect this year's BAQ will do. Looking back at how the air quality in Asian countries and cities has developed since the time of BAQ events 10 years ago, it is without doubt, as others has noted, that we can point to substantial progress. The yearly average PM10 concentration in about 20 Asian countries and their cities engaged in what we used to call CAI was above 80 microgram per cubic meter in the year 2000. Now it is reaching around 50 micrograms per cubic meter. Although there exist huge differences in air quality between countries and cities within the Asia region, the overall trend over the last decade certainly points to substantial progress. Another feature that your Asian countries have further established, tightened, and expanded upon are ambient air quality standards, or AAQSs. 10 to 12 years ago, only a few Asian countries had established AAQS. Now most of you have, and in many cases you have established, interrelated air quality monitoring and air control programs. In line with the recommendations provided in our recent report entitled Integrated Air Pollution Management in China, Developing Particulate Matter Control Strategies, which we will further present here on Friday, China has recently tightened its PM10 standards, established new standards for fine particulate PM2.5, and are now designing the most comprehensive PM2.5 monitoring and control program since the programs for fine particles were developed in North America and Europe some 15 to 20 years ago. So why are we coming together here at this year's BAQ conference when we can witness this substantial progress in air quality management around Asia? First, as has been noted, several Asian countries and hundreds of cities are still substantially lagging in the development of better air quality. There are still countries in the region where the average PM10 concentrations are far from reaching even the most relaxed WT microgram per cubic meter on a yearly average. And the difference in air quality between most Asian cities and cities in North America and Europe is quite huge, and will require strong and continued political will and technical creativity and dedication to substantially narrow down. Despite China's solid progress in PM concentration reductions over the last decade, the reference study shows that they're still at PM concentration levels that the USA was at in the 1960s. Over 50% of Asians now live in cities, which are estimated to grow by another billion over the next 30 years, while the number of megacities, so cities of 10 million or over population, will increase from 12 to more than 20. Such accelerated urbanization will continuously put pressure on air quality conditions and the need for coming up with sustained air quality solutions. Fortunately, the political and technical solutions to meet such air quality and related human health challenges are often known. Some countries and several cities have gone through the process, which can provide some important lessons to us about how to further progress. We have also drawn the important lesson that the most important argument in convincing city mayors and their colleagues to give priority to air quality management is usually how projects can result in reduced health costs. However, we also know that establishing large-scale air quality management projects is cumbersome. There are usually many sources that contribute to high air pollution levels, meaning that we need to intervene and cooperate with many more sectors compared to what we, including as the World Bank Development Organization, usually do in our projects. To provide some examples of how our organization is coming up with solution models and actual projects for air quality improvements here in Asia, I would like to mention the following. In Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia, which we realized was probably the city in the world with the highest PM concentrations ever measured, a full-scale air quality management study was first carried out. When the cost of inaction was known, including how many people would mostly die from not taking action, the project took shape. Now we're engaged in replacing all the inefficient stoves in about 150,000 suburban GUR households that largely contribute to the high PM concentrations. We expect citizens in Ulaanbaatar to live in a substantially better environment over the next years. We'll tell you more about this on Friday. In Hanoi, Vietnam, we do a similar air quality management study focusing on the transport sector, where mobile pollution source inventory for Hanoi is established together with exposure and health impact assessment. Like in Ulaanbaatar, the inventory will help identify which sources should be targeted for control effect. The project also supports training on emissions inventory and modeling. Health impact assessment will identify people vulnerable to air pollution, assess the exposure of commuters and other vulnerable populations, assess the related health risks, and propose measures to reduce exposure with subsequent health impacts. In Xi'an, China, we work with local environmental authorities in developing and implementing comprehensive plans for air quality improvement and reduction of vehicle emissions. The sub-project will greatly enhance the city's capacity in ambient air quality monitoring, motor vehicle emission inspection, availability of air quality data, and the development of a motor vehicle emission control plan. Also in the western part of China, we are in Urumqi, cooperating on developing a comprehensive district heating system, which we're learning is among the most cost-effective abatement options in China to bring down pollution concentrations. In Dhaka, Bangladesh, we're strengthening the capacity of the Department of Environment and Air Quality Monitoring. The Clean Air and Sustainable Environment Project, or CASE, intervenes in the two most polluting sectors, those being urban transport and brickmaking, to reduce air pollution and improve safe mobility. Investment in air quality monitoring systems in 8 cities in Bangladesh will enable the government to better monitor air. In addition, various technical studies on emission inventory, dispersion modeling, source apportionment, health impact study, and dust management are being launched to help the government better plan its interventions and regulatory actions. In order to make optimal decisions about the most cost-effective abatement options, obtaining reliable data is crucial. Therefore, our organization joined forces with Clean Air Asia and other partners in 2009 to support the Knowledge Partnership on Air Quality and Greenhouse Gas Data and Indicators for Transport and Energy in Asia. This knowledge partnership would make reliable data on emissions from transport and energy sectors from across Asia openly available to the public. The final report of this partnership, Accessing Asia, and the accompanying cities ACT data portal based on data collection from 13 countries and 23 cities will be launched tomorrow here at BAQ. It represents a significant step in making data that is necessary for assessing emissions from transport and energy sectors openly available. As such, it's in harmony with the World Bank's Open Data Initiative, and we're working to address challenges with data quality through improved metadata and the implementation of stronger data standards. In conclusion, as others have noted, there is no silver bullet that can be easily fired to quickly bring down overall air pollution in Asian cities. It is rather the issue of laying down various pieces to complete a challenging air quality management puzzle. We hope that we in the future can look back at this BAQ conference here in Hong Kong as a moment we were able to fit together some critical pieces that accelerated progress in improving the air quality and health conditions in Asian cities. Thank you.